How's it going, guys? Welcome back to a new video. In this one, we're going to be taking a look at the 94-95 Orlando Magic. Now, recently, within the last couple days, I watched a documentary that is on Netflix, if you're wondering, about this team, about this era of the Orlando Magic, basically when they first came into the league and when they drafted Penny, or when they traded for Penny in the draft, when they drafted Shaquille O'Neal, Nick Anderson, like this team that was supposed to win multiple championships, and it kind of fell on its face. Like right now, in this video, what I'm going to be trying to do is give them a championship in this first year, so it's just a one-year rebuild. Like, what would have happened if Shaquille didn't go to LA, or Nick Anderson would have made those free throws in the final, or Penny Hardaway didn't suffer from those knee injuries? So this is a team that was looked at to be like one of the dynasties in the NBA, like multiple championships, and it just didn't work out. Shaquille's ego got too much. He went to LA. Penny Hardaway, of course, like I said, had the knee injuries. And Nick Anderson, morale and his mental took a huge hit after he missed 4 consecutive free throws in the finals that would have closed up the game. And I want to give them a championship. If you're wondering, it is a 30 for 30 on Netflix. I'll put the name of it in the description because I don't remember it right now off the top of my head. But it is a really solidly put together piece. And if you like the NBA and you really have a thing like me about the old school news that happened back in the NBA, be sure to watch it. It's great. So one thing I do want to do, we take a look at the rotation here in a second. I want to upgrade the small forward position. Of course, we do have Dennis Scott, one of the best shooters of all time. Definitely has a torch, but I want to keep him as our 6th man. I want to upgrade our starting small forward position. Right now, we got Donald Royale. I think that's his name. Yes, Donald. He's a okay player. He's not a threat offensively. I think he was there more for his defensive ability and kind of like a glue guy that we see for a lot of teams. But I want somebody that can come in there and do some great things. And of course, these other positions are staying the same. We're going to keep Penny Hardaway. We're going to keep Nick Anderson, probably. We'll see if we can get something great for him, but probably going to keep Nick Anderson. Horace Grant is going to be on our team. That's because I'm biased. I'm a Bulls fan, and he was a Bull, and he got us some championships. So I'm going to keep him on this team, try to get him another ring. And of course, the big diesel, the Shaqinator, Shaquille O'Neal down low. So the last couple days for me at least have been really different. If you watch the video back on Friday, I did adopt a nice little puppy. He has been taking up so much time within these last couple days, and it's been going great trying to train him to not go in the house and things like that. And that's one thing that has taken up a lot of my time. And then my laptop, basically my laptop that I use for this recording, for this whole YouTube thing, just kind of broke. It's not completely broken though. Like right now, I'm using it to record this video. The way it's been working is it'll work for 1 or 2 hours and it'll be broke for like 2 days straight. So I'm trying to crank out a video right here, right now, just basically while it's working. And hopefully I can get it done and it'll be out to you guys tonight. And this trade for Evan Turner looks solid. Evan Turner, another type of glue guy. He's not going to be a big threat offensively. I mean, his shooting mid-range and his close shot are really nice, but he's another guy that kind of is like a glue piece, so that's a nice little trade to take a look at later. But yeah, the laptop has been messed up, and because of that, I can't really make a St. Louis Spirits video because a lot of you guys love that series. Right now, I just can't do it because those videos take literally 4 or 5 hours to make each, and if my laptop just kind of blows up, basically, while I'm editing it, you guys won't get a video at all. So right now, as I'm trying to work out the whole kinks of this laptop thing, I'm just doing these type of videos, but don't worry, eventually I will have it worked out. But actually, I don't know what I want to trade as of right now, so when I figure that out, we'll be back, and I'll tell you the third thing that has been really taking up a lot of my time. Okay, so the first trade we're going to trade Nick Anderson. I know Magic fans, don't yell at me, man. I know Nick Anderson is one of the most liked players in Magic history, even though he did miss those free throws. Like, he missed 4 straight free throws that would have closed the game out in a championship game. But other than that, he is one of the most liked players in Magic history. So I know you guys are going to be yelling at me if you're a Magic fan, but this trade was just too much to pass up, or too good to pass up on. Nick Anderson, a first rounder, and Anthony Bowie for Jay Crowder and Avery Bradley. So we upgrade that small forward position as I wanted to do. And we also pick up Avery Bradley to kind of fill the shoes that Nick Anderson had. Probably not a better shooter, but I do like Avery Bradley a lot. But this is not the last trade. We still got a lot of draft picks left. We're doing a 1-year rebuild. You want to trade all those draft picks because they really mean nothing. So we're going to do another trade. And as we try to figure that out, the next thing, as I told you guys I was going to talk about, that's been taking up some of my time, is today I was summoned for jury duty, which is weird to me because I'm only 19 years old. I just registered to vote a couple months ago, and boom, the first couple months, they like, you know what, you got to come down. to the court office and just kind of sit through a trial. And that took way longer than I expected. Like, I expected to be out of there within a couple hours, and actually took up pretty much my entire day. I got there at 9 a.m., didn't leave till about 4, so it definitely took up a lot of time. But nonetheless, it's over. It's actually a pretty good experience, other than it taking a long time. I kind of got to look at the whole court system in a different way. But here's another trade. Jordan Clarkson. Actually, let me take a look and see who my backup point guard is. Brian Shaw, he was okay at this point in his career, but Jordan Clarkson, it just seems a lot better at this point. And Brandon Bass, who, you know, we can live without or with, so I'm not going to complain about getting him added to that deal. So right now we got Penny Hardaway, Avery Bradley, Jay Crowder, Horace Grant, Shaquille, Dennis Scott, Jordan Clarkson, Brandon Bass, Donald Royale still on the team, and I want to move him for the last piece, and I want to get a backup center. They do have Tree Rollins, who's really just a coach from what the documentary said. He's kind of what Kevin Garnett is right now. Like, Kevin Garnett doesn't play much, but he's kind of a coach to these younger guys, and that's what Tree Rollins was, according to that documentary that you should be watching after this video. So this is the last trade we're going to try to get a backup center to back up Shaquille O'Neal, and we're going to get to Simmons some games and hopefully get into the playoffs. This trade looks too good, but I don't need both of these players. We shouldn't be looking at salary, even though that's something I always want to do, just because, you know, I'm so used to building for the future, but right now we're building for today. So salary shouldn't matter too much when I make these deals. And because of that, I'm going to trade for Tyson Chandler. Yeah, that's the trade I'm going to do. Tyson Chandler, again, another nice big man to pick up because he's such a threat defensively. And if you have the right point guard with him, he could be effective offensively when that pick and roll game. So this is what we're rolling with for the first couple games. If anybody gets injured. So as I was saying, with that trade with Tyson Chandler, we did pick up another first rounder. If somebody were to get injured, hopefully not Shaquille or any of our big players, we can package in that first rounder to try to fill that void. I do want to give Shaquille more minutes though. We need Shaquille getting 40 minutes a game, because when it comes to 2K, when you're simming games, for some reason they don't give them the minutes that you want them to get. So let's see, the first 2 games of the season, Shaquille only got 30. You see what I mean? I want him to get 40, but that game he only got 30. In this game he only got 30, but Penny's getting 40. Like, I don't understand it. Either way, we won both games and we want to continue that streak. So I'm going to go into the All-Star break and we'll see what the record is. Okay, so we are back at the All-Star break. We're sitting at 37-15, second in the Eastern Conference. I thought our team would be great. Oh, we're only second because we're tied with the Cavs. Look at that, same exact record, everything. So maybe they won the game between us, and that's why they have a higher seeding. Either way, we're second as of right now. Hopefully, we can take that first and try to get home court advantage throughout the playoffs. Take a look at the roster here. Right now, everybody of importance is up to date. Everybody's healthy. But Brandon Bass, as we take a look here, is actually out for the season. So we don't have a backup power forward, and that's exactly why we still have that draft pick that I told you guys about. So we're going to try to trade that draft pick and this filler player that's actually getting minutes. What is he averaging? He's averaging 2, you know, but I want to get rid of him in that first rounder and try to get another backup power forward, and hopefully we can get that done to try to replace Brandon Bass, as he won't be here for the playoffs or anything, which kind of sucks. Taj Gibson and Doug McDermott, but we are getting a Brian Shaw. I think he's having a pretty solid well, he's averaging, actually I'm gonna keep him on the team just in case another point guard gets injured. But here this trade looks great. We will be giving up our own court coach, but I think in the long run this trade will be solid. 2 more Boston Celtics players. But let's see what else we can get, see if there's anything else. Actually, I'm looking for a power forward, not a center, and David Lee may be our guy. So we'll just keep going until we see something, but David Lee just looks too good to pass up on. Demo will complement. Wow, this is a big decision for me because I'm thinking about our backup situation. So Tyson Chandler is our backup center. I always like to pair guys like Tyson Chandler up with like a stretch 4, somebody that can, you know, score the ball from the perimeter, just because Tyson Chandler is going to be clogging up that lane. I don't want another back to the basket type player. So right now it's between Demo and Mirza Teletovic, who's having a better season. Mirza Teletovic is averaging 12 and 24 minutes, pretty solid numbers. In 22 minutes, Demo is averaging 9 and not shooting as efficient from the field. So I think we're going to do this Mirza Teletovic trade, and really it's a steal because this Michael Davis person doesn't even exist like in real life. He's a filler player, just throwing a first round pick, and we basically get Mirza Teletovic for close to nothing. Again, a 1-year rebuild, so that draft pick doesn't mean anything to us. And here we go, the new rotation. I think that's a nice little trade. I did like Brandon Bass because Brandon Bass mid-range jumper is so great. Now, you're not going to see it here because he's injured, but I think his mid-range jumper is about like 75. I mean, that's not great, but for power forward, we'll take that. So that's what we're rolling with for the rest of the season. Hopefully we can stay healthy. That's like the big thing, staying healthy right now. Penny Hardaway, I think he set out a significant amount of time throughout the season so far. He's played 27 games, and like Shaquille's played 50, so he's missed about half of the games. So that's not great, but it is what it is. Hopefully he can stay healthy for the rest of the season and going into the playoffs. Take a look at the numbers. Shaquille's only averaging 20 just because he's only averaging 30 minutes. I can't edit that he can get more minutes. I don't know why they're stripping him of his minutes, but either way, we're winning a bunch of games, so I'm not going to complain. It's so crazy that Shaquille was an all-star from his rookie season until, I don't even remember how long, but Shaquille was a rookie and he made the all-star game, which is just crazy. And everybody else is playing actually pretty well. Even our bench players. Tyson Chandler's averaging about 10. So that was a pretty solid trade if I don't say so myself. I mean, if I do say so myself, because he's not really looked at as an offensive threat. He's shooting 66%. In 19 minutes, he's averaging about 10. That's just crazy for Tyson Chandler. So I appreciate him going out there and going crazy like that. Take a look at the award races. I'm wondering if there's going to be any Orlando Magic players. Shaquille Defensive Player of the Year candidate. Makes sense to me. All-Star participants, I'm expecting to see Shaq, but he's not even in it. Shaq is not in the All-Star game. Oh, yes, he is. Okay, I mislooked. There he is in the All-Star game, which is great. A 3-point shootout and dunk contest, nothing from our team. So I'm going to continue to simulate the games, again, hoping that we can stay healthy, and I'll be back. MVP goes to Stephen Curry. Jahlil Okafor wins Rookie of the Year. Joakim Noah wins Sixth Man of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year goes to DeAndre Jordan and not Shaquille O'Neal. Most improved goes to Reggie Jackson. It's usually CJ McCollum. So Reggie Jackson takes that. And Tyronn Lue is how I pronounce it. A lot of people say Tyrone. It's Tyronn Lue wins Coach of the Year. Take a look and see if we have any Magic players. And there he is. Shaquille O'Neal, the Big Diesel, first team All-NBA, which is great. Don't think there's going to be any other Magic players defensively, not even defensively. So we're going to go into the playoffs. We finished with the second best record in the East. Yes, the Cleveland Cavaliers beat us out. We lost our last game of the season, and that was it. They were 10-0 in their last 10, which is just ridiculous. We lost our last one, and that dropped us down to the number 2 seed, but that's still solid. I'm expecting to see them in the championship game, or the season, or the Eastern Conference Championship. That's what I mean. Just because nobody else is even close to us, if you take a look. Next best team is the Chicago Bulls, 9 games behind us. So it's really just us two at the top of the East. And take a look at the West, the Golden State Warriors leading everything. I don't think we have any injuries at this point. Besides, of course, Brandon Bass. Yeah, everybody else is still healthy, which is terrific for me. They want Mirza Telelovich to start over Horace Grant. Don't really want that. We're going to switch that around again. And I'm excited to go into this playoff series. First round is against who? Let's see. I actually want Shaquille. I want to lower the rotation. This is what I normally do in the playoffs. Kind of get it that our starters play as many minutes as possible. I don't want Mirza Telelovich getting as many minutes as Shaquille O'Neal, though. That's just absurd. So let's do that. Yes, this is where we're rolling with going into the playoffs. First round matchup is against the Charlotte Hornets. Let me see if they made any changes. They have the same team, it looks like, and we should be able to come out here and get a victory. Courtney Lee is out with a broken leg, so game 1 is a win. Game 2 is a win. Game 3 is a win, and we're going for the sweep. Oh, we lose game 4 by 2 points, but nonetheless, we're probably going to get out of this round, and we do. Next round is going to be going against, oh, wow, the Atlanta Hawks upset the Chicago Bulls by 1 point in game 7. That's got to be tough for Chicago fans. So let me take a look at the Atlanta Hawks, see who they have. Same exact team, no significant changes. They bring in Jose Calderon via trade. Don't know what they dealt, but he's not a big factor enough to actually give them a win in this series. So game 1, game 2, they win a game. Okay, I wasn't expecting them to take 1, but they win by 1 point. That's all it takes, 1 point. Game 3, and then game 4. And like I expected, the Cleveland Cavs are going to be facing us in the Eastern Conference Finals. They have the same team. If it's not broke, don't fix it. They actually bring in Isaiah Cannon, whichever way you want to pronounce it. And that's probably the only move they made. So let's see if we can. Would this be an upset? We had the same record, but let's see. They did beat us in the season record. Game 1 is a win to us by 20 plus. So very convincing from the guys. Penny Hardaway putting up 31. Big game for him. Game 2 is a loss, and this time they beat us. So let's see. Game 3 is always a big one. Game 4, yes. Game 5. Oh, okay. I thought we were going to go for the 4-1 win, but nonetheless, we do make it to the championship game against the OKC Thunder. Now, who do they have? Probably the same exact team. Kevin Durant is injured, but it's a championship and it's a pretty minor injury, bruised right hip, so he will be playing through it. They picked up Tony Allen via trade somehow. Crazy stuff. I'm guessing they traded Andre Robertson. I don't know what else they would trade, but Tony Allen, now they have a lockdown defender on the perimeter to go along with Russell Westbrook. So game 1, they win actually by 10 points. On their side of the ball, KD and Russell went nuts. We got to make some changes to the defensive settings because we can't afford to lose this. I want to make sure that KD or Russell is being guarded by, I don't know how great of a defender Penny Hardaway was, because again, this is before my time, so I can only go from the little clips that I did see of him, and most of those clips are offensive clips, so I don't know how great of a defender he is, but let's hope that he is good enough to stop Russell. Then I do want Jay Crowder guarding Kevin Durant. Oh, actually, no. I know that Avery Bradley's probably a better defender. Let's take a look at the defensive numbers here. Perimeter D, Jay Crowder, and Avery Bradley are our best defenders. So actually, instead of Penny guarding Russell, I want Avery Bradley to guard him. So that's how we're going to roll with it. Hopefully that's enough to get us a victory, and it's not. Okay. This time it wasn't Russell. It was Cameron Payne off the bench. Okay. Game 3, we're down 3-0, guys. What is going on here? I think our team is actually better than theirs. I don't know how we're losing these games. No further injuries, so we're going to simcast. This may be the last game of the season, so hopefully it's not going into it. We're going to simcast really fast, and we do get a victory by 20 points. Pretty good game for us. This time, who stepped up? Penny dropping 30. Shaquille has not been great, man. He's averaging 22, which is still good, really good. But we need Shaq to average that like 30. You know, we need him at average 30, especially in the playoffs. Let me give him more minutes, man. He's got to get as many minutes as possible. Tyson is probably playing really well for us, but we need Shaq to be out there balling, especially against these bigs. Actually, OKC has some pretty good bigs. I was just watching the game against the Golden State Warriors, and their bigs really stepped up. Steven Adams played well. So we did get that win. Again, I had to cut out, again, dog problems. You guys know if you have dogs, especially a puppy. Anyway, game 6 this is, and it's not looking good. They're already up by 20. This may be the end of the video, and it is. So we do not get this team the championship they deserve. Even through all of our trades, it just doesn't really happen. So if you did enjoy the video, as always, be sure to leave it a like. I'll be back with another video very soon. Again, sorry that we can't bring the St. Louis Spirits videos until I figure out this whole laptop situation, but it is the king of the fourth quarter. I'm out. Thanks so much for watching.